Welcome back, everybody. eSIM Studios podcast live stream episode number 61. Yes, number 61. Now, I'm doing a little bit something different for last episode number 60, and this episode number 61, and probably moving forward. Daniel, thank you for joining us. I really appreciate it. It's always good to see you. Thank you for stopping by. This is not going to be too long. It's a little bit later in the evening, so got stuff to do. I'm sure you do too. But wanted to get to some technology news. But real quick on the broadcast, nothing's going to change on eSIM Studios. Going to be the same. Although I do need to upload more pre-recorded uploaded content, reviews, case reviews, stuff like that. But bear with me. I got a lot going on behind the scenes. I'm currently live streaming on my personal channel on eSIM Studios. If you don't know, I have like 5 or 6 YouTube channels. Yeah. I'm live streaming on my personal channel, on eSIM Studios channel, on my 7 Studios, on my TechFlow channel, and live streaming on Instagram. And also, you can see, in the middle of creating my own app. So it's not hard. It's just takes a little I got to learn some coding and stuff like that. So doing all on my own, but I'm almost done. Should have it submitted to the Play Store this week in both Apple iOS and Google Play Store. So we have that going on. So a lot going on behind the scenes, but multiple websites. And I got to get my NFL website and NFL application up and running here. I think in about a month before the draft. So very busy time. So let's get into it real quick, right? So one of the my eSIM Studios website. Let's go there and pull news from there, right? Okay, so there's a couple topics that I wanted to hit on here. If you want to visit here, you can. Link is in the description, or you can just hit up eSIMstudios.com. We have home. This is the home screen right here. We have all news rolled into one. We got videos, and I basically just launched this, so I'm going to be adding stuff to it every day. My YouTube channel is linked up here to eSIM Studios. And if you're viewing this on another channel, not eSIM Studios, eSIM Studios is, it is my biggest channel subscriber-wise, but it's technology-based. So typically I'm streaming on 7 studios, which is like a general all-purpose YouTube channel. We do all sorts. It does not pertain just to technology. It's a general purpose YouTube channel. In my personal channel, I haven't streamed or done anything on it. I just use it to watch. But I'm gonna start churning out some content on my personal channel. But if you're into technology, damn, this one doesn't have a title. I'll have to go fix that. But eSIM Studios website, tech news. It's based around my eSIM Studios technology YouTube channel. So we did get word that check this out. So yesterday, was it yesterday? Yeah, it was yesterday. We got word that the S23 series, Samsung S23, was having issues after the One UI 6.1 update. Basically the same software that the new S24 series are running. The S23 series got it, last year's flagship model, and they were having a bunch of issues with it. Fingerprint scanner issues, face unlock issues, among some other things. And Samsung put out a statement today, a PR statement, saying that a fix is on the way. And that's basically the conclusion we came to yesterday, right? Basically saying, look, I know if you are having issues, hang in there. Samsung has been pretty good in the past about addressing issues, right? Addressing problems that users are having. And look what they did with the quote-unquote washed-out screen on the S24 Ultra. A bunch of people complained at launch that the screen just seemed dull, not vibrant, and the very next update, Samsung came right back and gave everybody what they wanted, right? So Samsung, again, did make a statement today saying if you have an S23 series device, hang in there. The fixes are on the way. So it should be here in this April update. Check this out. We are a few days late. It appears that with the going back to the fix that we had for the S24 series, their very first month that they came out, their update was late. Why? Well, they were in the background. All the developers, Samsung developers, were in the background, feverishly trying to hurry and get this update, get this code corrected in this update, so we wouldn't have to wait a whole nother month to get the issues addressed. They put that update was a few days late. I think it was about a week late. But they held it up They're waiting for the developers to put the fix in, and then they issued the update, and everything's been gravy since then. So I'm assuming that's what's happening with the S23, some of those Samsung models here. The April update does appear to be a little late, but Samsung is working on that, and they made a statement today saying just that. So there was something else I wanted to hit on. So check this out. So Apple, it appears, speaking of foldables, now there's a picture of the Pixel Fold down there. There's not an Apple Fold, but Apple has been in the works trying to figure out a foldable that they can put together. They've been working on it for about probably over a year. It's just everything sort of started heating up as we got closer to this date that we sit at right now. But as you know, Apple, whenever they do something, they tend to do it pretty well. And it appears that they're not quite ready to step into the foldable world. We've reported on this a few times. They are planning on making a foldable iPhone, clamshell, alligator mouth style, old school Motorola StarTAC. If those of you all that are in your upper 30s remember those. So they are planning on making a foldable iPhone, right? Clamshell style like this, not a fold. Now they're planning on making a fold where it opens up like a book for an iPad. However, one of the big, and it depends, right? It varies. It depends on who you are. It varies from person to person. I'm a big fan of foldables. I think, Daniel, don't you have a foldable? You have the Pixel Fold, right? I believe. Is the crease. Everybody knows if you have a phone that literally folds in half, right? There has to be a crease there. There's a hinge in the middle where it folds over. Now, when you fold it completely open, like in the picture, there is a small crease going down the screen. Some people it bothers, some people it doesn't. Me personally, does not really bother me. When I start using it, of course, when you first open it up, when you first start playing with it, you're like, yeah, that's pretty cool. Every year, from a Samsung foldable user, it has gotten slightly better every year, meaning the crease that you can see when it's folded open, just like in the picture, that little divot all the way down the middle of the screen seems to get a little better every year. Now, you would think as time goes on, as the years pass, as the models pass, that at some point we would have a foldable that has zero crease, right? But knowing Apple, and this news that came out today did not surprise me. It did not surprise me at all. What you got, James? Flip 5, we're going to try the... Ooh, nice upgrade. Yes. I love the flips. I've had every one except, I think that... I did have the first one. Yeah, I think I did. I think I have had every one. I love the flips. They're just very delicate. And I always suggest getting insurance if you get a foldable, right? I would like to have a fold. I just haven't found one that I like, if that makes sense. Like the way it feels in your hand. If I'm going to get a fold, I want one that when it's closed, right? So when it's closed, I want it to feel and look just like any other regular phone in my hand, right? And then I just want it to simply open up. Now, we have gotten better. I believe we have gotten better. Now, as generations pass, they'll get thinner, they'll get lighter. The outside screen will get better, look more realistic like a regular phone, because at the moment, it does. It looks weird, right? And that's, again, it's all personal preference. Now, with the Fold 6, like James says right here, they are Samsung is going to make modifications to that outside screen. It is going to be thinner. It is going to be lighter. And the outside screen, from what I understand, is going to be more like a regular screen that we're all used to, right? That we're all used to. So I'm interested to see. I'm not against getting one. In fact, I probably would pull the trigger on getting one if and when we find out what it looks like, what the dimensions are. It's going to be pretty cool, right? It looks to be really cool. They seem to tweak it every single year. Seems to get a little better and a little better, and that's what it's all about, right? So eventually, I think I will have one. I just don't know if I'm there quite yet, but James is definitely ready to make the jump between a flip and a fold. So it's coming right around the corner, right? July, I think July 5th, or no, it's July something, right? We'll find out. Folding iPads, yeah. If you're a lifelong Apple user, I can see how you would not be too wild about a foldable, right? Android users, we're used to them, of course. Well, not all Android users are, but people like myself, people like James here, Daniel, I believe, he's got a Pixel Fold. It's a whole new world. Anything foldable, yeah. Look, it is what it is, and they have pros and they have cons, right? The one thing I don't, and I'm not going to get into the story again because I've told it so many times. They are very delicate, very delicate. They you know, that's why I always suggest having insurance, right? I had a Flip 4. Dropped it probably 18 inches off the ground. Screen got all jacked up, right? So, and I know that would not happen if I dropped this phone or any of the other phones that I have. Never used it, really. Interesting. You had other phones? Yeah. Yep. Me too. That's what I got here. S23 Ultra. That's right. I gave the S23 Ultra the phone of the year last year for 2023. And I was thinking, man, and it was still a badass phone at the end of 2023. Even rolling in, even right now, right? Let's say Samsung did not release this S24 Ultra, and the S23 Ultra was still available to buy. It's still a badass phone. It's still probably probably the best Android phone out there. So I was like, man, I don't know what they can do. Well, I had ideas, but what they could do to improve on that. Sure enough, they did. This thing is handle everything, and it does everything. I even like it better with the relatively flat sides, right? Pixel 8, Pixel 7 Pro, definitely good phones, man. You got a lot of phones. I saw that. I was going through the comments here, looking at them. So you got 13 mini, iPhone 15, S23 Ultra, S24. That's like myself. I got a large collection over here. Nice phones. I know there's some that I don't want to get rid of. You know what I mean? Like there's some that I don't know. There's just something about them. I just and you know, personal preference. But these Nothing phones, I'm gonna have a hard time getting rid of these. I don't think I can. It's just classic. I just love the way they look and the feel in your hand. Just really good phones. Got the Pixels, got the Samsungs. I even have iPhones. I just don't ever use them. They're sitting in the corner over there, turned off. So, yeah. But these foldables are. It'd be interesting to see where these go. It'll be interesting to see where these go, right? Because how long in the Android world, or just period, is that crease going to go away? Whether it's a flip or a fold. You think we still got another 2 years to go, 3 years to go? It's going to happen at some point, right? It's just the hinge technology has to get better. Screen technology has to get better. And they will, right? It will. It's just a matter of time. But look, I don't think it looks like Apple is dead set, because how many news stories? I'm not sure if y'all have seen these, but I come across these every so often where they are hesitant. Look, the R&D is there. Like, Apple has devoted a whole team to foldables, so they're trying to work it out. And I guarantee Apple will release a foldable probably here in the next 5 years. Shoot, probably 3 years. But they want to get it right, because they know that Apple users, in my opinion, are a little more pickier, more anal, if you want to say, about stuff, maybe OCD. And that's my opinion from my experiences. I'm not calling every Apple user anal or OCD. I'm just saying they tend to be a little more pickier about their stuff, right? So I would think Apple knows their customer, and that's why Apple is not really putting out. They want to make sure it's freaking perfect when they put it out, because they know people are going to complain about that crease. They know it, and I know it too. We are going to get to the S24 FE here in just a minute. Yes, the new buds. I was going to talk about that this week. Look at this. I'm definitely going to get them. I love Samsung buds. My favorite Bluetooth accessory of all time. I love them. They just fit me perfect, and battery life's great, and I don't have any complaints. So yes, it is, right? It's going to be real expensive. Samsung summer event. Let's see. 8 and 7 Pro are good phones, although my 7 Pro had overheating problems, but you might not have had any. I was kind of happy to get rid of mine, but I haven't no overheating problems on my 8 Pro or the 8 that we have. I had a Z Fold 6 for a bit, but returned it. Great phone, just weird form factor when closed. Yeah. You mean Z Fold 5? But yeah, I know what you mean. That's why I can't get used to them. You got the Vision Pro? Wow. You like it? It looks pretty cool. Yeah, you're not your typical Apple user. I can tell, because you got a lot of Android phones. Typical Apple user won't have anything Android. It'll be everything Apple. So yeah, I kind of could tell right off the bat. Hey, what's going on, Fatty? I was watching your show earlier, brother. That was a really good show earlier. Everybody that's watching, I'm going to link Fatty's show in the video description here in just shortly. Not going to be on here too much longer, but please check out his show. Really entertaining show. I was just watching that a little earlier, so thank you for joining us. Yeah, the Fold 5. Fold 5, yeah. I know what you mean. Do you think that that's what they're doing, that Apple's just trying to throw stuff out there? See, look, I'm not a big Apple supporter. In fact, I love to troll Apple. It's a pastime of mine. But I don't, discourage anybody from using them. It's personal preference, right? Some people, it's like for me, I cannot use iOS. I absolutely hate it. I just don't. I understand it. I'm just saying it just doesn't make Android's by far the easier, not just easier, more customizable. That's just what I prefer, right? But I've had a long-standing battle with Apple. They banned me not too long ago, which is another story I was going to get into. I know they're so big here. Yeah. Well, how do you like the Vision Pro? Well, then, if you like to troll Apple, trust me, you'll like our channel here, because I do plenty of that over here. I actually got caught up. So that was going to be one of our stores. We're going to do the S24 FE, I promise, after this. So Sunbird is back, right? This is what got me banned from Apple. Sunbird is back. The iMessaging platform, basically message app where an Android can message an iPhone or iOS device with blue bubbles and clear photos and videos and all that good stuff. I'm sure everybody knows the history. We've extensively followed this story. Got shot down and basically squashed by Apple, right? Well, they're back. Sunbird is back. Now, they're saying their security is much more robust. They updated their platform basically from AV1 to AV2, which is just next generation kind of security on the back end, right? I was debating. I reported on this yesterday, just briefly, and was debating whether or not I should test it out, right? And I don't know if I am, because look, I don't know if you can see that. It was code in the background. I'm this close to finally getting my app completed and uploading it to the Apple Store. So I don't want to screw things up even worse than they are. Somehow, some way, I'm not going to go through the whole thing again, but I think they're using, well, I don't know, but I got banned. I got well, I'm not going to tell you my secrets, but I got a way to work around it. So I just don't want to risk screwing myself again trying to get an application on the App Store. But I don't think I'm going to try it out yet. I might here in the future, but I guarantee you Apple's going to squash this again. They are. They're going to squash this again. History says so, right? So if they've stepped on every iMessage to Android application available, what makes this different? And they got shit on just a couple months ago, right, with their first version, and now they're coming back again. But I just don't think it's going to last that long. That's why I'm not really putting too much weight into this. The company said now with this new version of Sunbird back that over 165,000 users have signed up for the new beta, for the new wait list. They're going to roll it out in basically in waves, right? They're not just going to say, here it is. Now I have, they've already sent me I guess an application to download and go ahead and try. I was one of their early supporters of Sunbird, so I actually got in contact with them. I made a video. It was one of my first videos I made on the eSIM Studios channel, and got in touch with them. But I just I'll maybe try it out later. But if you want to, be my guest. I'm gonna hold off for a little while longer. I'm not trying to mess up my app here. Let's see. S23 FE. I think it was this story that I need to go back and add the title to. So this one was the S24 FE. I'm sorry, S24 FE. Here we go. So it looks like I had to scrounge. I had to gather a. That's not the actual device. I believe that's S23 FE. I have to. Let's see. I have the launch date. We have a idea of when the launch date is going to be, but I did not put it in writing just because maybe not set in stone just as of yet, but it looks like it's going to be somewhere between the end of June into August. There's even some reports of the S24 FE being released alongside the Z Fold 6 and Z Flip 6, right? With a watch, with the earbuds and stuff like that. I don't know if that's what they're going to do because I don't remember them pairing the FE versions. I don't even think they have a launch for those, right? Like an event. They just say, hey, it's for sale. you can order it on our website, right? Although they might as well, if it's it's already in production. They already started manufacturing them, so they will be available to purchase here. I would assume in early summer, something like that. So I'm not sure if they are going to wait for the Unpacked event with the release of the new Flip and the new Fold, or they could just do like they did with the other FEs and just say, here, they're available, go buy them, right? Yeah, that's what I've watched a lot of reviews and stuff on them, and I wanted to get one, I just never did. I don't want to get sucked into the whole Apple world. Yes, they were a good company, and they still are, depending on how you look at them, right? But Apple technically sold me stolen IP. Oh wow. Damn. Yeah, I'm tired of. That's why I don't have anything Apple. In fact, the only reason why I got those couple iPhones is just because I have the channel. Other than that, I don't use them. Of course, they've been sitting up there forever, turned off. So it does look like I mentioned, the launch date is just right around the corner. They are being manufactured. So I am not going to be getting one. I'm not a fan of the FE edition. I've had a couple of them and just am not impressed. Like, it's just, I don't see the point, the reason in making it in FE. In fact, I would rather get a last year's flagship, right? When we're talking about Samsung and their FE division, I would rather get a last year's flagship device than a new FE device, if that makes sense to you. I believe that they're basically making too many devices, right? It just doesn't make sense to me, because you might as well just get the S24, S24 Plus, right? I mean, they're trying to fit a phone for every budget, for every class, and I'm not a big user of the mid-range phones. Most of my devices, actually all of my devices, have to have 12 gigs of RAM just because of how much I do on them, right? Multitasking and all that stuff. I don't believe this one will have, it'll be a little smaller than the S24 Plus, a little bigger than the S24, but I believe this one's only going to have 8 gigs of RAM. Remember, it's a fan edition, so they try to cut costs, and along the road doing that, you have to cut some of the premium hardware. The one that I had, what was it? It was S20. It was the purple one, S23 FE or S22 FE. I think, didn't they skip a year? It was one of those, and it was just a bummer. It was a bummer. It felt cheap. The operating system felt cheap. It stuttered, laggy, and I got rid of that pretty quick. So we will not be getting one here, unless they want to send one to me, but I doubt it. If you're interested in iPads, Best Buy has a good deal right now. There's slashed prices on 10th gen iPads. We have that article here on eSIMstudios.com. Let's see. Before I get out of here, Google is preparing a search for button for unidentified callers. So basically how this is going to work is, it's pretty cool. So when you have somebody call you, and it obviously comes up as a, let's see, with no name, right? I'm going to go through my call history and see, what does it say? Unidentified. Anyways, if you have somebody where they're trying to block, or it's a unknown number, you know what I'm saying, somebody that's not in your contacts, right, and a number that does not show up, basically somebody trying to be private, trying to mask who's calling you, Google's actually implementing a search button in the caller app, in the dialer app, that will backtrack and retrace who's calling you. So you can either get a name and or a number of who's calling you. I thought that was pretty cool. Never really thought about that until I saw this story. That's why I kind of wanted to include it on the website. So it's a brand new feature called Look Up. It allows clients to immediately reverse search the web or that number for that unknown number. I don't know what version, when we are going to get this, when Pixel users are going to get this. Let's see. I thought I saw it in here. Maybe I didn't put it in here. It's in Cell app. Oh, it's in the Dialer app beta version 127. So it is available in the Dialer app beta. I might, once we get off here, I might see if I can find the beta app and install it and see if I can test that out for y'all. Because I can try to block myself from one of my phones and then call it to the other and see if it'll reverse look up my other phone that I'm calling from, right? So let me see if there's anything else before we get out of here. Electric unicycles. Interesting. Have I seen those? All right, brother. I appreciate the time. Thank you very much for stopping by. It means a lot. Thank you very much. You have a good rest of the weekend. Electric unicycles. What the hell does that look like? Let's find out. Electric unicycles. Cool. So you got to stand up on this. Doesn't have a seat. Huh. I wonder how long the battery lasts. Suitcase design, so you could take it with you. Yeah, that'd be handy in like New York City or some big metropolitan area. Oh, there's one with a seat. Yeah, check that out. That one's on AliExpress for $600. Of course, they sell the reduced price one. But look at this. You can get this one. Whoa. 3 racks. God damn, that looks like a motorcycle with one wheel. So these are all electric. Huh. I've never seen one of those. That is crazy. Wow, I wonder how fast they go. Huh. Damn, so you got 12 of those? Holy shit. Wow, look at this one. Now, that looks like a motorcycle tire. Is that basically using the same thing? He might have left, but it might be some have seats and I can ride 150 miles at 45 to 50 miles an hour. Wow. Huh. Cool. Wow. I've never seen those before. Never even considered those. Cool. Very interesting. Wow. Cool. Learn something new every day. So, yeah, appreciate you stopping by, brother. Thank you very much. Let's see here. I think that was it for the day. Let's see. Yeah, we hit that story of the person suing Asus for not letting him unlock the bootloader. The 3 pixels will probably see a price hike, which is unfortunately not surprising. And then we did get some information on the Gorilla Glass. You remember when the S24 series was released, they just said it was a new Gorilla Glass armor, but did not really give us much information or technology specs behind the scenes on what it was, what kind of composite build-up makeup it was. We did get some information. If you want to look at this article, you can. I basically wrote on here the little info that we got, but it's like generic info that they gave us. So like they're saying it's up to 3 times greater than Victus 2 Gorilla Glass, which is on last year's S23 series. Drop test show it's over 4 times greater. It was up to 3 times greater, stronger than Victus 2. And with scratch resistance, it's 4 times better in scratch resistance than last year's model. So I've been really happy with mine. The anti-reflective display is still amazes me. It's basically now, of course, you can see it through the through your screen, but in normal lighting and normal setting, the screen almost stays black a large majority of the time, while all my other screens are, very, very reflective. So I still love that feature. It's probably one of my favorite features about this phone. Just phenomenal device. So let's see here. I think that is it, guys. It's almost 8 o'clock here, so I am going to probably exit from the live stream, but I do appreciate you stopping by. Thank you very much, everybody. Fatty, Daniel, everybody, for coming through. Means a lot to me. And as always, if you want to talk technology, we will be here tomorrow. Again, I'm live streaming on all my channels. So I'm going to tweak a few things here and there over in the near future. We got some cool stuff coming out. I might revamp 1 or 2 channels, but my NFL channel will stay the same. But we got some cool stuff planned for y'all. I can guarantee you that. Very, very, very cool stuff here in the near future. So hang in there with us. We do appreciate it very, very much. Thank you. Have a great weekend. And as I mentioned earlier, we'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace out.